So I saw the Minecraft movie, and I sort of just wanted to share my thoughts about the movie, about what I thought, my feelings, because Minecraft is a big deal to me. Like it's basically been like a major, if not the main part of my childhood. Like that's what I always looked for entertainment. Watching videos, playing it. I didn't get to play it until when was that? 2014, I think I was like 8. I remember the specific moment my mom I'd wanted Minecraft forever, right? Because I mean 2014, I started playing in 1.7.10. So whatever that came out is when I started playing. I think it was 2013, 2014, and God, that's been 10 years. That's crazy. I'm so old. Anyways, yeah, I remember like when I finally came home and like my mom had it all set up for me and I got to stay up till midnight playing. I had lemon heads and I got to have a Dr. Pepper. And my mom said that as long as I was in bed by 12 o'clock, that was okay. Anyways, so yeah, no, it's a big deal to me, as I'm sure it is to a lot of you. I mean, I have a Minecraft series going on my channel right now. I mean, it's one of the best selling, if not the best selling game of all time, and that's pretty impressive. I mean, that's not an easy feat to do. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to give my opinion, sort of share my thoughts and feelings. And it's okay if you don't agree with me. I don't expect you to. Again, just sharing what I thought. Um, so yeah, I guess let's just jump into it. Oh, and there will obviously be spoilers in this in case that wasn't clear. So if you haven't seen it yet and or you care about spoilers, don't watch this video. Anyways, so first things first. For what the Minecraft movie was, again, for what it was, I thought it was pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised, like legitimately. I went in there expecting the absolute worst. I was like, this is going to be a piece of garbage. I'm not going to like it. It's gonna be complete nonsense. It's just not gonna be great. But that's not what happened. I went in, maybe it's because I went in there with such low expectations that it was able to, I don't know, kind of impress me, honestly. I honestly think that's what it was because I genuinely enjoyed watching the movie. Like I thought it was funny, which I don't know, maybe I'm just childish or I'm just sort of out of the realm of jokes. But I kind of thought the jokes were more like for sort of like that tween teenager like level versus just like little kid, which I really appreciated. Um so yeah, for what it was, I enjoyed it, and I've seen a few people say the same thing. So there's that. So it wasn't terrible. Like I don't think it was a terrible movie. But what I will say and what is my biggest gripe with the entire movie is I don't think it represents Minecraft well. Like if you were a person who had never seen anything Minecraft before, which in this day and age that's kind of hard to do. Um, you know, anyways. So if you go into the movie, you watch the movie, that's the first like touch of Minecraft that you've ever seen. And then you're like, "Oh, okay, I want to go play the game." You will be very disappointed. That's what I think. If you watch the movie and you go to the game, you're going to be very disappointed because I think it sets up a lot of unrealistic expectations for the game. And I think that's one being okay, Minecraft is not a narrative experience, right? You jump in the world, you craft, you mine, you build, you do whatever you want basically. And there is no story to it. It's like, yeah, sure, you can go defeat the Ender Dragon, go to the end cities, but it doesn't really end there unless you want it to. I mean, I think that's the great thing about Minecraft is it is what you want it to be. So, like, it's very hard to turn something like that into a narrative experience. Something with a story. Oh, speaking of, I also got my Minecraft toys. Pretty cool, right? Pretty sick. Yeah, I got the Illager, and he shimmies a little bit. Isn't that kind of cute? Yeah. And then this, hold on, give me a second. This one like pops off, and there's a little llama inside. Would you look at that? Pretty cute, huh? Yeah. So these are my guys. What do you think? Pretty cute, huh? I like them. I like them a lot. Fun fact. I don't know what the statute of limitations on this is, but I saw this toy, just sitting on the table, after I don't know how long it had been sitting there, but me and my sister, we were eating at McDonald's, and we she saw behind me that there was just a toy sitting there. She was like, "You should go get it. You should go get it." And I was like, "No, that's stealing." But I mean, it was there for 30 minutes. So I did, a quick walk by, grabbed it, put it in my pocket. So yeah. Anyways, oh, my sister got, what'd she get? She got the hamburger crystal one, which, McDonald's, movie uh Happy Meals are different topic, whatever. Anyways, it was fun. So, yeah. So, I understand why they wanted to turn Minecraft into a movie, and doesn't mean they did it well. As I remember what I said, for what it was good. But what they did with the movie, okay, I guess I'll just go through it. So, first of all, Minecraft in this world is basically another dimension. It's not a video game, which I was confused by. I'm like, why would you do that, right? So basically, Steve goes into the mines. He yearns for the mines, and he finds this cube and he puts it in, and he makes like an Aether like portal. The portal's like blue and has like, I don't know if it's made of obsidian. I don't know. Anyways, and it's just like in the mines. Like, okay, so it's another dimension alongside Earth, behind Earth, in Earth. I don't know, someone who knows relativity and the multiverse theory and whatever else will know better than I am where it actually is in the grand scheme of the universe. But why is it another dimension, right? Why it does, like, why? Like, you could have just made it a video game. Like, even if it was something like, oh, Steve gets sucked into like the world of Minecraft, right? He's playing Minecraft. Sort of like almost like Inscription, right? Like someone was put into the game, and then their life lives out through that, or something like that. Something maybe like the Mojang. I guess I would reflect poorly on Mojang. I was about to say maybe Mojang like took a Steve looking guy and put him in there, or maybe even Steve gained consciousness within the system, like a AI. I don't know. I just feel like there could have been so many better things they could have done instead of making it an alternate dimension. I think that's my biggest gripe with this, with the whole story, the whole movie. I'm like, why? It, to me, that just doesn't make sense. I just feel like there's so many better ways to represent the game because it's a video game, right? It doesn't have to be another part of Earth. Um, yeah, so that's my biggest gripe. Dennis is awesome. Dennis is the wolf. Very awesome. Dennis, very cool. Favorite character. And I guess as for the characters themselves, they were fine. They were funny. I give them that. Garbage Man and Jack Black, that's his name, right? People are gonna get mad for that. Um, Garbage Man and Steve were funny. What was the zoo realtor person's name? I don't remember. And the kids, their story was sad, but like, what was the importance of that? I don't know. Why does their mom have to be dead? Mm. I mean, they were fine. There wasn't exactly a whole lot of, character growth. I mean, I guess the little kid was like, "Oh, I like it in the Minecraft world because I get to be free and express creativity and stuff." And he, like, and his sister was like, "Oh, you can be who you want by the end of it." Yada yada. Anyways, yeah. I mean, characters were fine. They were funny. Who out of the like main cast was probably my favorite? I'd probably say Garbage Man is my favorite. I also like Zoo Lady though, but I can't remember her name. Anyways, so yeah. And to dive more into it, I guess, why did they pick the Nether to have the bad guy? Like, why are they the antagonists, right? And it'd be one thing if it was like the Wither, right? That makes sense. Like, if they showed off blazes and, Wither skeletons and all that. I sort of understand that, but they didn't. It was all about the piglins and some made up witch pig lady who I don't even remember her name. Like, why do that? You made up a false antagonist for no reason other than why? Like, I mean, in my opinion, like, you had to have had Herobrine in there, right? If you wanted an antagonist, Herobrine is right there. Everybody who plays Minecraft knows who Herobrine is. At least if you're above the age of like, 5. Okay, maybe that's a little above the age of like 8, right? And Apparently there was a reference in there around the Enderman scene, like Steve's eyes turn white or something. I don't know if that's true. I didn't notice. But like I feel like that's perfect. But even the Ender Dragon, as far as I know, is not even mentioned in the Minecraft movie. And I'm like, come on. Like, for real. How can you not have that? Right? How can you not have the Ender Dragon? And they have Elytra, so clearly Steve has been to the end. And for some reason, Steve only puts armor on at the end. Like, he's just wandering around willy-nilly, like, no armor, like, assuming it's a hardcore world, right? Because, I mean, it's still, because he's still round. I mean, the witch lady refers to them as, like, the roundlings or something, because they're not cubed. And so why is he running around naked? And I know he's not from there, but still. But back to the whole antagonist thing. Like, okay, fine, you didn't want to do the Ender Dragon. Fine, you didn't want to do Herobrine. Herobrine, I understand because, like, maybe not everyone knows about him. Technically, he's not real. Supposedly. Wink, wink. Um, but okay, fine. But the Ender Dragon, you're kind of losing me there. And the Wither isn't as well known, and I don't feel like it's like, you know, like it's technically it's like the ooh, why did that happen? Anyways, the like it's the nether boss, right? You gotta collect all the wither skeleton skulls, and that's hard to do. But yeah, they don't show off anything about the nether aside from like I don't know if it's a bastion or what it is, which is kind of a bummer, right? Because especially now that you have all like the new biomes and stuff and blazes. So I feel like they're missing out a lot there. I mean, even they could have even had like illagers, right? What if they had like illager outpost attacking the villagers or something like that? To me, that makes more sense than just making up a falsified villain. But whatever. Again, if and then alongside that, you have the Chungus pigs. Is his name Big Chungus? Like these giant mutated pigs. It's like mutated creepers from that mutated mobs mod, hostile mobs mod, but for piglins. And I just don't know why. Again, it's just like why would you don't need to put these things in, right? For the story they chose, yeah, obviously it adds some like drama and stuff to this whole thing, but it is what it is. I just think they could have gone a whole different route and made it, 10 times better if they had chosen a different story. Um, but yeah, so that's my next biggest gripe. Maybe my biggest gripe, honestly. Like I said, the whole like dimensional thing, but I mean, I guess you could argue video games are another dimension. I don't know. Can you do that? I don't know if that's an argument. But yeah. So, things aren't perfect. I feel like they should have showed off all the moms. Like I don't remember seeing a horse or anything like that. Were there cows? I think there was a cow. Was there a cow? I don't remember. Um, so yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just it's so frustrating that the end because I think the Ender Dragon is super cool, right? Oh, and speaking of that, I don't like how they portray the Enderman, right? First of all, what's his name? Augie? No, Augie's from Wonder. God, why am I not remembering all these people's names? It was Alfred. Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking A. Anyway, the little kid, right? Which he's very little. Supposedly he's in high school, I think, unless like the high schools and like middle schools are merged, like some of them are. But like he seems very young. Like I was thinking he was like 10, 11, and he was in middle school, and I'm like that's like what is that? Like 6th, 7th grade? So I mean, I guess it could be that. Anyways, first of all, he defeats an Enderman with no armor. The Enderman somehow never hits him, and he's using a diamond axe and swinging it wildly like there's no cooldown. And again, I'm looking at this from a purely like Minecraft standpoint, right? Because sure, in real life, could you swing an axe faster? And I don't know how much a diamond axe weighs, especially if it's made in 2D. Was it 2D, 3D? I don't know. So again, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But the Enderman, okay? So if you look into the Enderman, it makes all like your fears come true, like your insecurities. You see all your insecurities and your fears. I'm like, no, not really. They just come after you. Like I would have loved for him to turn around, look into his eyes, and then like the Enderman starts like going after him and like Augie, I'm just calling him Augie and it's not his name, runs away and then is just following him or whatever. Like that would have made more sense. I mean, I know they're trying to add more depth to what the Enderman does for the sake of the movie, but I don't feel like it was necessary, in my opinion. Um, so there was that. That was annoying. That I was not a big fan of that. Um, Also, I'm gonna say this now. The whole chicken jockey thing, if you went to a movie theater and you freaked out more than just like cheering or yelling or whatever about the chicken jockey and you started like throwing popcorn and your drinks and your food and confetti and anything and everything else around, that's really messed up. Don't do that. Do not do that. Luckily, my theater was fine. It was pretty much empty. I feel like it was mostly like older people, so they know not to do that. But please don't do that. That's so messed up. Those workers do not want to clean up after you. Yeah, sure, the memes or whatever are cool or whatever, but don't do that. Don't make other people's lives harder just so you can do what? Like, you also spend money on that popcorn. Do you guys understand how expensive movie theater stuff is? Like, jeez. So don't waste your money. Don't make other people's jobs harder than they need to be. Like, it's just rude and disrespectful. Don't do it. Anyways, the whole chicken jockey thing, I don't know why that's a meme. To me, it wasn't that cool, but I'm also really not into like the super meme world of it all. So I don't know, maybe I'm missing out there. Um, I will say for again, for what it was, I liked the designs of the zombies and the skeletons, the wolves. I actually think the wolves are the greatest mob looking there. The sheeps I feel like look kind of odd. I don't know what it is. I don't know if their like proportions are off or whatever. But I will say the wolves looked great. I thought a lot of the hostile mobs looked great. Um, for the most part, the piglins look great. Again, it was just like the chunguses or whatever that didn't really need to be there. Um, so yeah, I think the villagers looked great. I actually love the villagers. I thought they did a really good job with that. Um, Also, I wanted to pose a question to you guys. You guys know where Steve goes and sings his chicken lava dance song thing? Isn't that from story mode? Like, isn't there like in like story chapter one? Or I never played story mode, or maybe I did. I don't remember. I might have played on the Wii U actually. Anyways, I watched people play it, but isn't that in like the first like chapter story chapter one or whatever? Oh, at least I thought it was. Um, I guess what else I can bring up is how you're able to craft something that isn't really in the game, right? But that's where it falls into where it's another dimension. It's not a game. Okay? Like he like Augie, why can't I remember his name? It's so frustrating. He made a tater tot launcher by just putting random things together, which I get. Um so yeah, and then obviously you have like the flying gas, right? Which aren't they introducing happy gas or so? I've seen so many things about the happy gas, but I don't know what they actually are. So I'm assuming you can tame the gas now or something. I don't know. I'm not super in the know with keeping up with all of that. But yeah. So there's that. And again, I just feel like it gives people unrealistic expectations of what the game is. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to the movie because they know of Minecraft, right? I mean, that's why I went. Um, and another thing is, so in the after credits scene, you see Alex show up, right? Why didn't you have Alex in the beginning, right? I just feel like what I feel like they're doing there is they're basically setting up another movie, right? So they're just gonna drip feed people what they want to see from the game. I think they intentionally did that. I think it's all it is really a money grab, right? I mean, oh, why isn't Alex in the first one? Because she's gonna be in the second one. Maybe they're gonna have Herobrine in the second one. Maybe they're gonna have the Ender Dragon, second, third one, whatever. I think that's what they're doing. Which is quite unfortunate because I honestly don't think it can get much better than the first one unless they drastically changed how they went about like doing the movie. But if they're gonna have the same reoccurring characters and the actors and stuff, it doesn't make sense, right? So I think any movie from here on out will be pretty much a disappointment. Um, Maybe I could be wrong. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. Um, but yeah, that's sort of where I stand on that. Like, it was cool that Alex showed up, right? But why wasn't she just there originally, right? And again, why isn't it actually a game? Why is it another dimension? It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I missed that I wanted to like hit on, and I'm sure there is. Um, But, you know, like I said, I mean, I know most of this 20-minute video was me complaining, but, you know, for what it was good. I just enjoyed it. You know, I just looked at it and I was like, I have, again, I had very low expectations. I really, truly did. I was going to make fun of it. Like, I was literally going to the movies with the idea to make fun of it. Um, and that was that. I mean, but no, I mean, I had a fun time. I think that's what it was. I think it was a fun movie. Um, but they could have done so. Oh, the Iron Golems. That's what I wanted to talk about. So another thing with the crafting is they were able to make a super golem that can fly with speed boots. And it's speed boots from Minecraft Dungeons. I played Minecraft Dungeons a little bit, but not a lot. Are those from there? I think they are. So like the super golem could fight the super piglin and stuff, and I'm just like, again, it's just it doesn't hold true to Minecraft, which I think is the most frustrating thing about this. And if I'm sure there's gonna be movies in the future, as I just said, and will I see those? Probably, but you know, it is what it is. It would be cool to see like if they're just going this route, it would be cool to see them like incorporate something like I don't know, the Aether or something, right? Obviously Aether is not in the base game of Minecraft, but you have it in, you know, mods and stuff. So it would be cool to see them if they're just going this route where they can basically make up what they want by sort of holding true to the game, but not really. You know, it's cool. And I would have liked them to explain how the inventory system works. Obviously, in the game, you have like your grid and you know all that, but like the dude Augie was able to cut down a tree and just like sort of like make blocks appear. So again, there's a lot of things, and I know it's like a kids movie. Is it PG? It's PG. I think it's PG. Maybe PG-13. I don't know. Um, so no, I think it is PG-13 because they did use some language that I was actually surprised. I was surprised by the language they used in the movie because I was like, "Oh, wow, okay." And that's what made me think it's like advertised to an older audience, which makes sense. Like more towards like my generation, my sister who's 15, so sort of that older like teenagery ish generation. Um, though I still do recommend that kids play Minecraft. It's great, 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 phenomenal game. Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess that's all my opinions. I'm still trying to rack my brain to see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about, but you know, yeah. So it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Got to go to the go get movie theater popcorn that you can only get at the movie theaters because it sits in the bin, you know, and for days maybe. I don't know. Anyways, it's very good. Um, and I got my toys, which was pretty cool. Oh, I don't know if I've showed you guys this. So this obviously wasn't from, you know, McDonald's, but I got this a few years ago. It's a cube, you know. It's just a Minecraft cup. I keep it on my desk. Sometimes I use it for tea or something, but it's kind of hard to drink out of because it is a cube. I mean, it's rounded around the corners, but yeah, little creeper do, um, thing. I also have Minecraft stickers up on my door over there. You guys can't see it, but yeah. So no, I really care about Minecraft. It's one of those games that like even if I were to go, you know, years without playing it, I still think it's something I would eventually come back to. Just because, you know, it's one of those games that you can always jump in and you can find something to do, right? There's just something that you can get in, you can do, you can have fun. And you know, I do think that's what the Minecraft movie did good about portraying is that it was fun. Like Minecraft is supposed to be a fun world and it was, aside from when you have piglins invading it and the cube and whatever. I will say, I think the world looked great too. I guess I didn't touch on this. Another thing is, I think they did a pretty good job. Like I mentioned, like how like the mobs and stuff looked, they looked great. But like even just like the environments, like the buildings and everything, like I think it stayed pretty accurate to what Minecraft looked like. And I didn't see, you know, aside from like you know tables or whatever, like obviously there's not tables in Minecraft, at least not ones that you can just like build and place down. Well, you can build tables, but like there's not like an item you can craft to put down tables. So I thought that was cool. Stuff like that I don't really mind. I mean, obviously, yeah, what are you gonna have a chair made out of a stair? Actually, you could. Again, it's about just portraying Minecraft in its like true form, which I think is very important and means a lot to me as well as other people. But they're not going to do that. They have not done it. Did I think they do a pretty okay job? Yeah. And for what it was, again, it was a fun movie, and I enjoyed it, and I'll probably watch it again. Um, but yeah, I guess that's all my thoughts. So let me know what you guys think. I'd be happy to have more of a discussion here. Again, there may be stuff that I want to talk about that I just forgot about because I didn't, write down notes or anything. I just wanted to speak freely, have a conversation, share my opinion. And again, it's okay if you don't agree. Nothing personal. But yeah. So, like I said, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Happy to talk about it. I always find like talking about movies and TV shows and stuff very interesting. Books too. Books are awesome. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time.